Take that off. What are you?
Genius, billionaire, playboy, philanthropist.
I know guys with none of that worth 10 of you. I've seen the footage. The only thing you really fight for is yourself.
This sentence is like a sharp knife. It struck Tony at his most vulnerable insecurities. In Captain America's eyes, Tony is just a rich kid who relies on technology to protect himself. He doesn't understand sacrifice. He doesn't understand responsibility. Yet when a real crisis threatened the world, it was this so-called selfish man who carried a nuclear missile into a wormhole, facing death with nothing but a mortal body. Remember, at that time for Tony, this was a complete leap into the unknown. In that battle he saved the world, but it also planted a deep psychological wound that lasted 6 years. Yet no one knew. No one asked if he had nightmares. No one cared if he was afraid. They just kept fighting. They kept relying on him, but never tried to understand him. In Avengers Age of Ultron, Tony tried to use the Iron Legion to prevent future disasters, but just because the Ultron program failed, he was mocked and blamed by his own teammates. In that moment, Tony didn't fight back. He didn't defend himself. He just endured it in silence, while Captain America still held on to his idealistic belief in faith and unity.
How are you guys planning on beating them? Together. We'll lose. And we'll do that together too.
The result was plain to see. In Avengers Infinity War, whether on Titan or in Wakanda, they were shattered by Thanos and his army. And the most ironic part, the only person who truly respected Tony turned out to be the greatest villain.
Stark, you know me? I do. You're not the only one cursed with knowledge.
This time they lost completely. In Captain America Civil War, Tony chose to sign the Sokovia Accords. He didn't do it for approval. He wanted to give the team a legal status, to give the world some accountability. But once again he became the target of blame. The deepest cut came from Steve. When Tony learned the truth of his parents' murder, he was emotionally shattered, and sought justice. But he was stopped by Captain America, someone he saw as a brother. In that moment Tony wasn't defeated by an enemy. He was betrayed by someone he trusted. His pain wasn't just about his parents' deaths. It was about being misunderstood again, isolated, and abandoned. In Avengers Infinity War facing Thanos, Tony still charged ahead. His armor was shattered, his nanotech depleted, his body covered in wounds. But he never retreated. He proved with his actions that he may not have been the chosen one, but he was always the one willing to carry the burden. In Avengers Endgame, Tony finally broke his silence. He slammed the arc reactor onto the Captain's shield. In that moment he wasn't just venting anger, he was saying goodbye, letting go of a past where he was never truly understood. But even then, when the final choice arrived, he still chose to sacrifice himself. For that 1 in 10 million chance, he snapped his fingers and completed his final redemption with his life. Only in that moment did the world finally understand. Tony Stark was never the perfect hero from a template. He had fears, he had trauma, he could be selfish, and he had pride, but he always protected this world in his own way.